what I want to show you guys is my little potion bottles that I've been working on. Because, I don't know if you can see those. I hope so. They're really cute. I've got a lot. They're all different shapes, sizes, colors, the whole 9 yards. Inspired by Fiona herself. Just little different knickknacks and stuff. I've got, oh no, where'd it go? I don't know if I told y'all, but I'm sure I will tell you a lot. I've got 2 grandbabies coming this year. And then I found out that there's a 3rd one coming. But, anyway, and they're all pretty much like real close together. But what my thought was is I have a little boy, my grandson, and he's 3. He'll be 3.5, almost 4 years old when the little girl comes. And I thought, oh, how cool. I know he's not into it yet, but I know he will be into Harry Potter. And I thought, oh, how cool. I'll make him a little wizard set. And then on the little girl, I'd make her a little fairy house. And I thought, this is kind of cool. And I'm watching all these videos, and fee's number 1, you know. So I thought, well, shoot, I'll give it a shot. And I've been making little potion bottles because I'm going to have a lot. Because they don't have to be potion bottles. They can be perfume bottles for the fairy. Potion bottles for the wizard. So that's kind of cool. I had an attempt at a wizard desk. I do like the way the top turned out. But I did make it out of cardboard, and I'm going to have to redo that and make it, I mean, it's really sturdy. But I'm thinking I want to have to make it out of foam core board. Because, I mean, she's always saying, use what you have, use what you have. And that at the time's what I had. And it's kind of wonky, and it fits. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But anyway, on this, I'm going to do a couple of little potion bottles, perfume bottles, whatever. And then some scrolls. And hopefully a book or 2. Using her methods. So, let's get started. Because I've got a ton load I've got to make. Because I've got 2 that are coming that I don't know what sex they are. So that means it could be a fairy or it could be a wizard. So I've got to be prepared. Plus I do have, you know, I got 2 grandsons and I was only going to do the 1 grandson. But, you know, I could make him one too. So it really all depends. I'm going to use a seed bead because what I want to build, well, that one's broken. Yes, you did see me just throw that over my shoulder. Only thing is, I swept my floor, so I'm not worried about it. So that will hold this, I'm hoping. Actually, it needs to go the other way. Be like legs. And can y'all see me? Yes. And then we need another one of those. Then the little bottle. Then the top of the bottle. Look, it's coming along. Isn't that cute? It's going to be cute, cute, cute. And its little neck. But I'm thinking, instead of having a little curly Q on the top of my stuff, I'm going to line it out and then I'm going to do it backwards. Hang on, bear with me. You'll understand here in just a second. So I'll do everything backwards. The curly Q will be underneath the feet. And oops, wrong way. And hidden, and nobody will be the wiser. This is actually going to be a pretty tall bottle. Like a genie in a bottle. Oh, look. I'm going to have to cut it off just a little bit. Hope y'all can see this. Then round it off just like you're going to do like a charm or something. And there you go. I know that's nasty. Hang on a minute. Let me find a piece of paper. I got black paint on it, so excuse the... Let's zoom in. Isn't that cute? Yes, I know it's a little wonky, but when you put the glue on it and you put it to where you're gonna actually place it, whether it's gonna be on a desk or a shelf or whatever, I think that's just gonna be cute as can be. So there's one of my potion bottles, and we just made it. I think it's cute. Cute, cute, cute. It kind of looks like a genie in a bottle type thing. But I've got a couple of more over here that I've strung. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue it and then snip it off. I just don't know how she does this little intricate stuff. It just, it's like, really, Fee? It's crazy. And then I'll snip it off. Put another little dab of glue so it holds. And I'm going to go ahead and set it up on my non-sticky mat. Like I said, I've got like a couple of them that I've already pre-strung. Like I said, they're either going to be potion bottles or perfume bottles, depending on what scene it goes in. Got to love the glue. And I'm going to cut that off. and put it on. Oh, owie, owie. Put it on my nonstick mat. Just one more, but I think I'm going to put a seed bead on it to help it out a little bit. And there goes my business phone. Wow. It's a little different. Than making my charms. That's for sure. Even if there's glue hanging out, you can always get rid of it after it dries and it's set for a little bit. Like I said, once you set it on the shelf or desk or whatever you're going to put it on, the glue will help hold it down. I'm going to put some glue in there so it can hold this cap for its feet. Then that's kind of cute. I'm sure it's going to be wanky, but oh well. And then a seed bead just to help it have something to stick to that the wire don't come out of. Ooh. I know you saw that and it's like, dang, didn't that hurt? Yes, it did. Then get the wire. But I think they're going to be extremely cute. So I bought these yesterday for $1 at my Walmart. And I thought, how cute. Those would make either really good tops of the lids or feet. Right now I've used 2 of them for the bottom part. Next one I'll use for a top part. But I'm done with the little bottles right now. So I move them out of the way. I want to move on and get on to something else. Y'all know me. I'm only in it for a minute. And then gotta move on. I'll learn how to do it, and then I'll come back and I'll do some more. A little bit here and a little bit there. Build up your stuff, your stash, whatever. So, I'll be back in a minute. What I got was some toothpicks and a pair of junk scissors. Now, I know every crafter has got some junk scissors, okay? Stuff that won't really cut anything, but you got it anyway. So, what I want to do is I want to take this little piece of paper that I've torn. Oh, I don't know. It's about 1.5 inches wide. Probably 3.5 inches long. It's not an exact science, guys. I want the dark light of my Stress Inks. I've got antique linen. What is that? Walnut stain. Where's my vintage photo? Because I really like vintage photo. That goes on everything. So, I don't know. I'll use this new one for the antique linen. And I'm already starting out with, I know y'all can't see it. Let me get off of that. I'm already starting out with a cream colored piece of paper. Well, and I guess it dried up. I'm gonna put some. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. Don't care. Put some water on it. Just to reactivate my ink. Water may not be the best thing, but that's what I got, okay? And you really can't see anything that's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and soak her down again and let it sit there. They can just sit there and do its own little thing. I'll use some vintage photo. Go around my edges. I'll look at it. You want to do both sides, because you know, you never know. Whoops. What side's gonna look the best? I'm sorry. I'm crafting. I'm not used to putting it all on the film. Looking good to me. And if you want to make it a little darker, then I would use the walnut stain. Oh, isn't that pretty? Kind of looks like old paper. Got a little too close to the fire. Well, it's only been around thousands of years. Okay. Looks good enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to distress some of these fibers in this paper. Give it a head start on turning it around. Because I really haven't made up my mind if this one's going to be, you know, left out or open, unrolled, or I haven't made up my mind yet. Would be kind of cool sitting on a desk, being opened up. But I've got to figure out, I don't want to leave it blank or put squigglies on it. And I don't think I've got a Sharpie or even a pen that has got a fine tip on it. But I do have my gel pens. I'm going to put, I think this one's going to be left out on the desk. I'm going to put just little squigglies. Can y'all see that? Just little squigglies. It's going to be a spell. We can do, I don't know, a tree. Need to put something else over here, so I'm thinking I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't even know what that is, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's not like it's real and everything. It's just an illusion that, hey, it's a scroll. So, and then I think that'd be kind of cool. I do want to put a little bit of paint on the end of it, showing that it was rolled up in wax, but I don't know if I'm going to do that either or not. But I really, really like that. Let's go zoom in. Whoop, wrong way. So y'all can see. And that's just how I rip the paper. It's skinny at one end. And squigglies. Lots of little, like you're writing a letter. Little squigglies. Not that big of a deal. So there's one. And that's probably going to cover the whole desk. I could cut it in half and make two, but I don't know. I kind of like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rip some more paper. Make it a little bit more even. Looks good to me. But I am going to rip it in half. That'll give me 2 scrolls. What I'm gonna wind up doing, so that means I've got to stain them. With my little homemade ink daubers. That's what Fee says, use what you got. Well, I just happen to have them, so there you go. It doesn't really matter what's on your paper. I mean, it could, who knows what it could be. Has anybody ever been in a wizard's den or a witch's house that's got spells written out and stuff? No, I didn't think so. So it can be anything. Doesn't matter. Maybe it's a treasure map, you know, where the items were buried, and who knows, you've got to go down the street to get the, or out in the woods to get the, oh, what are those things? A chalice to complete the spell. Who knows? Although this one's kind of naked on the back, I'm going to go ahead and leave that as the outside. I think it'll turn out pretty good. And if it doesn't, who cares? Okay, so we need to rough up the fibers in the paper. Just make them softer and more pliable. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this toothpick and I'm going to put some hot glue on it, and then I'm going to roll it, because I want it to, oh, come on, nasty glue gun. I want it to have at least one scroll apparatus. We're going to let that dry. This one, we can go ahead and roll it up on its own. Yeah, it needs a little bit more tint to it. See, isn't that cute? You roll it up tight, let it go, and I'm going to put a little dab of glue. That's kind of cool. And I think, let's see, it's metallic, so it doesn't really matter. I did get new paint brushes because the ones I got were cheapy. And I decided, well, I'm going to buy me some new paint brushes. Now, I don't know what I did with them, but I did get some new paint brushes. Oh, there they are. On the other side of the room. Which, by the way, guys, isn't but about 2 feet. I need to cut. Because they're brand new. Haven't even opened them up yet. Awesome. Has a little bag. I don't know, they come from Walmart. They're $4.47 or something like that. But I need an itty bitty brush. So I'm gonna use just an itty bitty bit of paint. And what I'm using is the Folk Art Antique Copper. I'm gonna squeeze it up to the top. Maybe, whoop, there it goes. And get just a daub. And I'm gonna zoom in so you can see this. Just gonna put you see it? Just a little bit. Thinking I might put some red on it because most of the wax is red. Or it was back in the day. There you go. I really like the copper better. So it's got the red and the copper on it. And it hasn't been opened yet. So, whoop. You'd think I'd get used to it. I love my new camera. So I've got 2 different scrolls. I got one that's rolled up, one that's flat, and we're going to do this one. And what we're going to do is we're just going to roll it up. And let it unroll a little bit. And I'm going to put a little dab of glue. And I'm going to roll it back up. And I'm going to take my cruddy scissors and I'm going to cut off the pointy part. I was worried about putting a bead on it. You thought, nah, you know what? Ain't that big of a deal. We'll just stain it. And I'm going to put another little daub of red and copper on it. Isn't that the cutest thing? That one didn't come from Fee. That was from somebody else I watched. But I've got all these little cute little scrolls. Thought, how cool. This one can be left on the desk, and these can be like hidden, or not hidden, but put on a shelf or something. I just got to make more. So I don't know if I'm going to put toothpicks in them or not. I don't know yet. I just know that I've got to make them, and a whole bunch of them, you know, depending on where I want to put them and everything. But I'm going to get my stains out of the way for right now. My little daubers. Because what's coming up next is the books. And I'm going to have to cut, so I need to move my sticky mat. But these are still drying, so I'm going to put them back here. I don't know if you can see them or not. So I want to move my mat. I did watch Fee do several different types of books, and she used a magazine that had a flat edge. I don't have a magazine that's got a flat edge, so what I did was I put some glue and I put some ribbon to make, excuse me, so y'all can see it, some glue and a flat ribbon to make it so it'd be flat. Well, I don't know how well this is going to work. Probably won't. So I'm not even going to attempt it because it doesn't even look right. So I'm not even going to mess with it. But she did have another thing using double-sided sticky tape, making the inside of her books. So I'm going to go ahead and get my mat back out. Get me a chunk of leather. Mine are way bigger strips of leather, so I'm going to have to cut pieces off. And sorry guys, but my leather is way thicker than hers. But I'm thinking it still should do the same scenario. Can do one leather side out and then do one suede. So first we got to determine how big we want the book. Okay, let's cut this piece off because it's not helping. Let's see. Could wrap it around. I don't know. Ooh, I like that. And that's just the natural edge. I didn't do anything to it. So, thinking I can make 2 books out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece of leather that I got going on. I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half so I can get 2 books out of it. So that means I'm going to cut it 1 thickness. I'm telling you, this leather's thick. I'm going to do one this way. Well, first we got to check out how thick, how wide this is. So I can either... We're going to get two thicknesses of this sticky foam tape. We're going to stick them together. Pull the tape off of one side, put it down. Pull the sticky stuff off. Stick it on the leather. And then, I hope you can see this, and then fold it over. And then we straighten it up. How cool is that? And a little book is born. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little paintbrush, and I'm going to do it with my little copper some of the stuff was done. You know how some of the books have the gold leaf stuff on the edge, so this one's going to be copper. Who cares? We just want to age it a little bit. Make it look like it came from the 1500s. And I don't have any filigree stuff, so what I'm gonna do I don't know if y'all can see it. Just put an H and a W. Hogwarts. And it can sit on the desk. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I need a book that wraps around. So I can do one like that. And I've got a red book and everything. So I showed you what I did on her take of the book, the scrolls. Let me get this stuff out of the way and we'll zoom in. So I did the scrolls, one that lays open and flat. I did a book. That's all I got patience for right now. I did some potion bottles, or perfume bottles. Big ones, little ones, all different kinds of colors. Hey, so I'm thinking I'm on a good start. I'm gonna have to redo my desk, but whatever. Here's a little bitty one. I think that'll be a fairy perfume bottle because they're tiny. Little fairies are tiny, I'm thinking. So that's my take. That's what I got. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. Till later. Bye.